So I spoke a few weeks ago about Kyle Shanahan potentially getting fired by the San Francisco 49ers. And a lot of people were like, nah, that's never going to happen. He's not leaving San Francisco, nor would they get rid of him. Well, it's starting to get spoken into reality. Maybe shout out me. But anyway, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, and Mike Florio of PFT are all pitching why the San Francisco 49ers and Shanahan both need fresh starts and that Chicago could make that possible via trade. I'm going to break down all the reports, what the Bears could trade for Shanahan and why it works out. But hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears from Paris, France. Yes, I'm making another video for you guys while I'm on my 9-to-5 work trip, and I'm excited to break it all down. Now, before we get more into today's show, hit that like button if you want Kyle Shanahan to coach the Chicago Bears next year as a head coach. Allow me to commentate what you would trade for him with the San Francisco 49ers. And are you a Bears fan? Want free Bears news and notifications daily? Hit that subscribe button, and if you do, you automatically enter to win a custom Bears jersey of your choice. Again, all you got to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts and what you would trade for Shanahan below. So let's get into some of the rumors, shall we? So on December 4th, 2024, Sports Illustrated dropped an article about the Bears trading Shanahan in the Bears trading for Shanahan in the 2025 offseason, indicating it would be a good start for the head coach and the 49ers. And also on top of it too, he'd be great for this young Bears defense and Caleb Williams specifically along with the offense, and just being able to develop this team and get over the hump, as the Bears easily could be 8-4 right now. Then ESPN threw a mock trade idea out there, trading a first, a second, and a 2026 second round pick in a few years. So the Bears are giving up a lot of early rounders over the next couple of seasons. And I was like, that seems like a little bit too much at the moment. But then Mike Florio, who is very connected in the NFL, we all know him very well from Sunday night, especially during football season, went on record about why it would be a good idea for the Chicago Bears and San Francisco 49ers to make this trade. Bears get a top head coach in Kyle Shanahan, and then the 49ers are about to lose their core due to contracts, age, all that good stuff. And they could get multiple early picks to start their rebuild instantly, along with getting all those new guys up to speed. So it's a win-win for both clubs, but these are just rumors. But it's starting to get pretty legit in how this thing's heating up. So why would the Bears want to get Kyle Shanahan, considering the San Francisco 49ers, they're below 500. They got a lot of things happening to them. Is it really just their players? It's not. Kyle Shanahan's a fantastic head coach and just put in a really bad position. The fact that he has 5 wins is still really impressive. 44 years old, 8th year in the league as a head coach. This guy has led the 49ers to a ton of success during that span, and I'd take even half of it as a Chicago Bears fan. Let's go into what he's done since 2008 in the NFL. He started with the Houston Texans as their offensive coordinator back in 2008 until 2009, and then he went to the Washington Commanders, was their offensive coordinator for 3 years. Remember, he worked with Kirk Cousins, who had almost a 5,000-yard passing season during that. Then in 2014, he went to the Cleveland Browns, became their offensive coordinator, and then he was picked up by Dan Quinn in the Atlanta Falcons and was the Falcons' offensive coordinator for 2 years, where he helped lead the Atlanta Falcons to a Super Bowl. So clearly a ton of experience for a young guy at that age, and all that success led him to his job with the San Francisco 49ers, where he has been the head coach since 2017, and he has been great for them. I mean, develop players like Kittle, Brock, Purdy, Debo, you name it. He's developed a ton of them, and many of them have made the 49ers the way that they are. So an experienced head coach that creates top offenses and defenses, more offensive minded though, but understands the evolution of the league and how he can be more impactful and just an overall head coach, would be perfect for Caleb Williams in this young Bears team, and would also be able to work with Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren in finding the missing pieces to be a powerhouse of a team for years to come. It's kind of like an Andy Reid situation again when he was with the Eagles. You know, Andy Reid had one bad year with the Eagles back in 2013, got canned after being 4-12, and then he goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's been history since then, as we all know. But overall, I think that a fresh start would be good for Kyle Shanahan, and I think why not in Chicago, especially with Caleb Williams. Let's go through his records in rankings, shall we? So when he was with the Houston Texans, they were the 3rd best offense from yardage and 4th from passing. Then he goes to the Washington Commanders. He was 5th in yards during that time, 1st in rushing, and 4th in scoring. Goes to the Cleveland Browns, had a really bad year. Not going to deny that. Never broke 20 in any category minus rushing, where he was 19th. But then he goes to the Falcons. 2nd in total yards, 3rd in passing, 5th in rushing, 1st in scoring during his 2 years as the offensive coordinator, and since becoming the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Total yards offense-wise, he's been top 5 half the time, 4 of his 8 years. Total passing, top 10, 5 of his 8 years. Total rushing, top 8, 5 of his 8 years. And top 5 in the last 2 years for the offense. Going over to the defensive side of the ball, even being an offensive guy's defense has been fantastic. Top 5, 5 of his 8 years. Top 5 in passing, 5 of his 8 years. Top 10 in rushing, 6 of his 8 years. And total scoring allowed, top 10 in 4 of his 8 years. So this guy clearly knows how to get things done. In a 69-58 record, 4 seasons with 10 plus wins, an 8-4 playoff record with 2 NFC championships, 4 NFC West 2-time NFC champions, 4-time NFC championship trips, and 3-time division title winners. This guy absolutely knows how to get it done. All-time record 77-62, 2016 coach or 2018 coach of the year. This guy has been fantastic, and imagine if Chicago had him. Now, before I get more into the trade and what could go down for Kyle Shanahan, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Authentico. Family-owned startup from Chicago, Illinois, the creators of Freshie Organic Tequila Seltzer as well, has now come out with their own tequila line, coming in 3 great flavors made in Guadalajara, Mexico, 100% USDA organic certified, and no additives. This stuff is fantastic. Kiss hangovers goodbye and kiss great tasting cocktails for the rest of this upcoming season. I put mine in my espresso martinis and fantastic. But go to the link in the description now to find Authentico near you and tell me what you guys think about it. So should the Bears do it? Because Kevin Warren is dipping his hands big time into this new Chicago Bears head coach situation. 100% yes, but it's going to cost at least a first and a third. And that's all I'm giving for Kyle Shanahan, which in my opinion isn't bad, because if we hire him ahead of free agency, like I was saying earlier, he'll have an influence on bringing in that offensive line, because you lose that first and third round pick, but you still have 2 seconds. So you can use that on a defensive lineman and an offensive lineman, probably the best center. And you go out and get the top guard in Trey Smith with that $82.5 million. He's going to have an influence on guys. He's a top locker room guy. People are going to want to play for him. He's had some of the top players in the league for a long time, and people love him. So I would love to see Kyle Shanahan absolutely come to the Chicago Bears, and the Bears, it is worth those 2 picks because it's going to impact the future for a very long time in a positive way. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. And I want to hear if you guys, what you would trade for Kyle Shanahan, or if you want him. And hit that like button if you haven't already, because obviously a lot of people are going to want Kyle Shanahan to be the head coach. Who wouldn't? But I want to hear what you guys are thinking right now in the comment section below. Don't be afraid. Make sure you hit it. And also subscribe, because if you do all those things, you enter to win a custom Chicago Bears jersey of your choice. Winner will be announced after this Sunday's live stream of Bears versus 49ers. So it's kind of a tryout for Shanahan too. But want to hear what you guys are thinking. But with that, thank you as always for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Rody, reporting live or recorded from Paris, France, and we will see you guys next time. Bear down, baby.